Hello, I'm Carrie and I am back with another reading. This time it is an advice reading. I just wanted to get some advice for us to see like, hey, what do we need to know right now? What is helpful for us to understand? And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for liking, subscribing, watching this video. And I want to get started by talking about the deck that I'm using today because I haven't used this one in a very long time. This deck was actually gifted to me by somebody I love very much. The Divine Animal Oracle cards, and it's their birthday. Happy birthday! So I'm using these cards just to get, okay, what is the advice? And then what Rider Waite deck to clarify on the bottom. So we have Phoenix and Zebra. I'm just gonna read these cards. Phoenix, faith, transition, spiritual awareness. You are being guided to remove what no longer serves you from your life. Turn your ideas into action. They will transcend beyond your expectations. As you detach, doors of opportunity will begin to open and something magnificent will emerge. And then we have Zebra, balance, individuality, beauty. You are being guided to no longer run with the herd and find a new vantage point. Be your authentic self. Acknowledge your golden soul. Show the world your magnificence. Boldly move towards your heart's desires with speed, grace, and integrity. Beautiful. I love both of these cards. I love both of these cards so much because right now I feel like right now is a good opportunity to be an individual. I think there's a lot of things going on that are asking us to like be a part of the group, even when it comes to like politics. I think you should think one way and be one way, and we need to like be together and do these things. And like, I don't know, I just see so many people being angry and making and yelling and I can't believe and da. But to me, I don't think that angrily yelling in the void is going to help. I think that doing things at a community level is going to help. You know, things can't be the way they are if the people aren't the way that they are. So I feel like we now have the opportunity to really be individuals because there's so much hive think going around. But we can really, have a different perspective and show that and speak that. Not only through the Phoenix and making sure that, throughout any versatility, that's not the word, adversary. Making sure that throughout any adversity that we go through, that we are being ourselves, that we're showing up as us. We're not allowing it to beat us down. The Phoenix comes back from the dead. These people thought, I'm not even gonna say people thought that you were dead, but I really get the feeling of like, because certain situations you feel like maybe you can't be yourself. That's not true. I think it's even more important for you to be yourself in times like this. It's like a way of resistance, showing up as you, being who you are, being your excellent, beautiful self, no matter what or who tells you not to. And then the balance and individuality and beauty. Don't run with the herd. Why would you do that? This zebra makes me think of Madagascar. Remember they go to Madagascar and what's the lion's name? I don't remember the lion's name. Marty, the zebra, runs around with all his other zebra homies, and the lion cannot pick him out from everybody else. He's like, which one is you? He couldn't tell because he was like, zebras all look alike. But at the end of the movie, it's like, no, you don't look anything like the other zebras. Your stripes, it's like, you're not black with white stripes, or you're not white with black stripes, you're black with white stripes. However he says that. But he's like, you're completely different from everybody else. Even though zebras, they kind of seem like they look the same to each other. He was like, no, you're completely different. And he saw that because he paid attention to his individual characteristics. And he was his zebra. Like, that's his homie. I don't know. I don't know why I felt called to say that. But right now, I just really get the energy of us focusing in on what actually matters to us, not letting the outside energy get in or affect what we're doing, what we think is important. Like, not not reordering our priorities. Our priorities have been set by us, not by anything outside of us or anything that's going on outside of us. The things that are important are the things that we have decided are important. And that's the energy I'm feeling like, no, this, I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to stay focused on what I believe in and care about, and I'm not going to allow anything to push me off of that. Not anything that you're telling me to do, not any rants that I'm reading, not any, like, I'm not going to be sad because of this. Like, I'm going to stand in my power and my truth. And then we have Knight of Wands, Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Some very different energy up here. If we start with the Knight of Wands, it's about like that really charismatic, exciting energy, but the Knight of Wands is not very good at expressing it. You see he's falling off of his horse a little bit. He's not the smoothest. He gets the job done, but he's not, an expert at it. And I really kind of feel like the energy of you grounding yourself in your purpose. This Two of Wands, I've never seen it like this before, but I'm feeling it like looking at the circumstances as they are now and understanding what you can do with those circumstances, within those circumstances. Instead of trying to move the world and move heaven and earth, like, what materials do I have now and what can I do with that? I'm not going to feel like I'm lacking anything. I'm not going to feel like I got to wait on anything. I'm going to look at the situation as it is and I'm going to move within that. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, she is the abundant woman. I say woman because it's a woman on the card, but just think of an abundant person who has every single thing they need. They know how to continue moving forward. Like they know how to keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. It's like it's already set up, keeping it moving, keeping it going, keeping it straight. Also, I like to call her the baby empress just because she is not pregnant like the empress is, so she doesn't have kids. So maybe her responsibilities are not as heavy on her shoulders, but she's still moving within that. She still has everything she needs and she's still able to complete all of her tasks. And then the Ten of Cups. This is about, wish fulfillment, really like a high, an emotional high. Basically having everything you want and need. And the advice that I'm getting from these cards, after looking over all of them, is focus on the things that are important to you. Make sure you're paying attention to what you do have. Like, don't allow lack to kind of come into your situation or things that you're thinking about. Like, don't even allow that to be a main character in your life. Lack can literally not exist for you. But just make sure when you do move forward, though, that you move forward on both feet. You're not, what is that word? Not delusional. Not moving forward on hopes and dreams, but moving forward on concrete things. That is what the Nine of Pentacles is very good at. She knows what she has and she understands, like, this is my garden. I have planted this many plants. I can harvest this many and store these away and eat these. Like, basically having that plan and understanding, like having basically the full picture, a map of your life, understanding how, this is how I want to put it together and I'm going to do it. Like, literally, I even get the energy of, like, having a set calendar and a schedule. And, because how is it that we make sure we focus our energy only on the things that we care about if we don't plan that thing out? Imagine already having plans when people invite you to do stuff that you know is not good for you. Oops, I gotta go study. I got set this time aside for me to go study. Gotta do that. Can't go play. Can't have shenanigans. And maybe it aligns. It's like, you know what? I got 2 hours of free time. Yeah, let's go play. But making sure that you get your stuff done beforehand. Like, I'm literally seeing like a set schedule, a calendar, a system that you have in place already. And I feel like this advice is basically giving you the keys to the kingdom, because it's saying there's a lot of stuff going around. Like, the Phoenix card does not come up when everything is all gravy. The Phoenix card comes up when there is a need to change, like a major change, transition. Let's see. I even think death when I think of the Phoenix card. But it's like an ending happens. So it's not like things are gravy here. So because things might be tough right now, having that set system, having a schedule, having your own beliefs clearly laid out for you. Do you need to create your own Bible so that you can understand, like, this is what I believe in. My beliefs are separate from everybody else. But because other people's beliefs keep getting, repeated, or like maybe it's like a major system, literally like your job's creed, or the creed of the country you live in. That stuff keeps getting in your brain, but you don't agree with that. Maybe write down what you do agree. Have it, make it plain, as they say. Make your own little book to understand your own beliefs so that you can have that system and stick to it. That is what's going to lead you to happiness. If you don't believe in lack, if you don't believe in despair, if you don't believe in, extreme sadness, or like wallowing in it, then what do you believe in? And gather evidence to prove that. And like, on these days that are tougher, make sure you have, what is it called? Things to look back on to remind you, okay, this is what I believe in. I know right now I'm sitting in this energy of sadness and lack, but this is not what I am calling on to myself. I'm calling on to myself abundance. I'm calling me being in my power. I'm calling strength. I'm calling like those types of things for you to understand truth versus delusion. I remember too doing a reading last year at the end of the year about real versus fake, and I really feel like this is kind of following up on that. It's like, what do you believe? Real versus fake is not dependent on reality. It's dependent on the person that's perceiving it. So what do you believe? What is real to you? And really focusing on that and making that the most important thing to you. If you believe that you should be making $200,000 every time you breathe a breath in, then what is it that you need to do to make that happen? If that is your reality, then like work towards that reality. Don't listen to the people who say, "Now you are crazy to believe that you can do that every time you breathe in a breath." What? Where did you get that from? That sounds like a pipe dream. You know what I mean? But you believe in like, no, I know I can do it. I know there's a way. If you really believe that, you're gonna find that way. Okay, that is the advice. I love it. It's very powerful. It's very much saying that the power is in your hands to create your own reality, and I love it because it's true. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.